Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I'll take a little bit of round of applause. I haven't said anything yet, but that's good enough for me, right? Let's start off on a positive note. Y'all, my name is Jamil, Jude. I have the best job in the American theater because I'm the artistic director here at Kenny Leon's True Colors Theater Company. On behalf of everybody on staff, I just want to say thank you and welcome to the first annual Next Narrative Monologue Competition Atlanta Regional. Please give it up. A big shout out to our virtual audience. I hope you all are enjoying it. I know you are going to be blessed by some amazing, talented young people as they deliver monologues from today's leading Black contemporary writers. It is a pleasure to be able to bring this competition to you all today. As you all know, True Colors has been serving high school students through monologue competition for 15 years. And we're really excited about the way in which we have shifted the monologue competition to focus on today's contemporary Black playwrights. We have assembled over 30 playwrights who have written over 40 monologues, and you're going to hear 10 of them today. You know, I'm surrounded by windows, and I think windows are the perfect metaphor for what we're about to see. We're going to see a window not only into our future as these young people come up, but we're also going to get a window into the ways in which Black writers are currently writing about the things that are affecting them in this moment. Tonight, this afternoon, you're going to have an opportunity to listen to 10 semifinalists, 10 finalists as they have a chance to compete, to perform on the world's historic Apollo Theater stage in New York City. Our first two place winners get a chance, all expense paid trip to New York, where they'll have workshops. They'll go see a Broadway show. They'll be talking to Broadway writers and playwrights. It's an amazing thing, and two of our young competitors today will have a chance to do that. You know, I'm going to stay out of the way because we have a dynamic host here for you all today, Miss Kayla Parker. Kayla, after receiving her BFA from Howard University, HU, a big shout out to anybody who's from the Mecca, Kayla moved down here to Atlanta to begin a directing and acting apprenticeship at our friends over at Actors Express. She began writing and collaborating on one of their podcast series called Crossroads. As an actress, Kayla has been on stage most recently with C.A. Johnson's, another contemporary Black playwright, C.A. Johnson's All the Natalie Portmans that was most recently seen at Out Front Theater. As a writer, Kayla also had her one-act show produced called How to Be a Lesbian over at Synchronicity Theater, a really amazing and dynamic theater here in the Atlanta area. But one of her credits that I am most proud of was Kayla was part of our inaugural class of Divinely Connected Fellows at True Colors. We had 10 contemporary and leading early career artists put together some amazing work, and Kayla's work was really there. She has been a gem to us ever since joining us here at True Colors as a directing apprentice back here in 2018. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our host for today's proceedings, Miss Kayla Parker.
Thank you, Jamil, for that lovely introduction. I just want to welcome you all. Thank you so much for coming out here to support our youth. Thank you to our streamers who are watching from home. You are in for quite a treat today, so let's get right into it. First, I want to welcome True Colors Managing Director, Shandra to the stage. And she's going to give some gratitude for our True Colors donors and the sponsors for this evening's event. So let's give Shandra some love.
Our sponsors tonight. Without them, this would not have been possible at all. If you have your digital programs, you can go to our homepage, truecolorstheater.org, and you can see our digital program. You'll see them there. But I'll tell you, it's the Zeiss Foundation, the Francis Wood Wilson Foundation, Wells Fargo, and Delta Community Foundation. So thank you to our sponsors. Donors, you heard Jamil refer to Divinely Connected Productions. That is Stephanie Amaya Ingram. She couldn't be here with us today, but she's one of our dynamic donors, so I want to thank her as well.
And of course, you know, we love organizations like True Colors that really are doing the work. So I'm sure there's lots of places you all can donate as well. I'm sure we'll have some information before tonight ends about that. We of course want to support the work that has been done in our community, and of course support these very, very talented young people. So thank you, Shandra, for that. So just hang out here. with me for a little bit. I want to introduce our judges and show them some love, and we're also going to show some love to the amazing schools that are educating our gifted competitors for today. So adjudicating this afternoon's performances, we have Tanya Freeman, who's a theater, film, and voiceover artist. We have Daryl Grant, an educator, actor, and producer. We have Maya Lawrence, who is an Atlanta-based author, performing artist, and poet. And then we have Dana Stringer, who is an Atlanta-based playwright, poet, screenwriter, and instructor. So let's give it up for our judges. Thank you all so much.
And now I'm going to let you know who our schools are that are represented today. Please wait till I read them all before you shout at your school. Atlanta Classical Academy, DeKalb School of the Arts, Dunwoody High School, Dutchtown High School, Georgia Cyber Academy, Heritage High School, New Manchester High School, Tri-Cities High School, and the Westminster Schools. Let's hear it for our
All right, so I'm sure y'all are ready for why we're actually here. So let's go ahead and welcome our first 5 competitors to the stage. And we can give them some encouragement as they come.
Hello, my name is Aria Armstead, and today I will be performing Happier by Rachel Lynette. Sometimes I think the planet's a square, not a circle. I'm being serious. Like, what if we're all wrong and it's not flat and it's not a circle, it's a square? What if there are literally people stuck in the corners of the world, dying for connection, but they can't see past the oceans that have boxed them in? What if we're all on the same plane, just trying to reach out to one another, just trying to find the right angle to bend, to connect to each other? And sometimes I think the ocean floor is a place where the broken hearts end up. You know, I never understood why they called it heartbreak, because your heart doesn't break, it drowns. It suffocates with longing, with wanting to reach out to someone, wanting to be understood. It's more than losing air. It's being submerged into despair, into helplessness, into an ocean. And it's so deep, you know? It's like the great heavy weight that not even James Cameron could lift. And he's definitely tried. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Arena Colson, and today I'll be performing Calling Mama by Danetta Lavinia Grace. I'm a contestant. Thank you. And I will keep calling, and calling, and calling, and calling until she answers. I will call her every hour of every day, if that's what it takes. I will reach out across oceans undefined, lands uncharted, and languages unwritten and unknown. Battery dead, put a message in a bottle. Grab me a tin can and strain if I lose connection. Don't matter. talk to her. I want to know her, Raji. Don't you want to know her? Don't you want to feel something of yourself in her? Something that feels like, even if she doesn't know that's who she is yet. Mama, like 2 parts putting you close when it hurts, and 1 part popping up a hot flame on her good air running in out of this damn house. Mama, like you've been calling her that forever. Try it out. Roll it around your mouth like a Jolly Rancher. Let it stain the tongue with sweetness, taste it between the teeth. Hey, how long are we supposed to stay mad? Huh? What good is being mad doing? Mad turning the time back, reordering fragmented pictures into noble frames. We were kids. Monsters. Yes. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jada Borbor, and I will be performing 1 Second by Rachel Lynette. I am number 3. Oh, hi. Oh, it's you. I wasn't. Can you just pretend like you didn't see me? I think I can fit through that. Oh, but I ruined my dress. I kind of hate this dress. Do you like it? You look really nice. I mean, you always look nice. You kind of always look like, I'm talking out loud. Why am I talking out loud? Why aren't you saying anything back? Not that I want you to say something back, because what would you even say? I'm literally hiding at my own party, and you're just, why am I all over the place? This should be your party. Look at you. You look like a walking instant filter of a person, and I'm 90% sure I have vomit on my collar. This is not my finest moment. Sorry, I'm fine. You should go. Honestly, the vomit isn't even from drinking. It's from accidentally drinking a milkshake, and I'm not supposed to have berries, so you should go. Honestly, I'm okay. Seriously, it feels very stupid to say that getting older feels like a trap. Like one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be 35, working my corporate job, looking out my window thinking these were the good days. And I'm going to have to wear heels and business suits and smile when I feel empty inside. If I'm already doing that now, do I want a lifetime of that? There should be a way to pause. Like, I don't want to. I'm not thinking about. But I wish there was a pause button, you know? I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. My body feels like it's carrying a weight that was meant for someone so much stronger than me. And I'm collapsing under the weight of, it's gonna get better. Does it really? I've seen the news. Everything just keeps getting worse. And there's no way to just catch your breath and collect yourself from the last bad thing, because the next one is already here. And there's no way to just say, stop, I can't handle this right now. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Judy Smith. I'll be doing What You Can't Have by Francisca da Silveira, and I hope you enjoy. Why? Why do you keep asking when you know the answer doesn't change? What do I want? There isn't. Want is not an easy thing to think about right now. My body, it burns the want like it burns the calories. You know, I have a fast metabolism. There's something everybody else wants. How about this? We take the question, turn it on its head, make it a bit more palatable. Because I can tell you with certainty that I don't want to sit down. I don't want to calm down. I don't want to hear you say that everything is going to be okay. I don't want to be okay. I don't want to be happy. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hug. I don't want to look through pictures. I don't want to remember. I don't want to throw things away. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry in front of you. I don't want to forget. But I don't want to remember. I don't want to do any of these things. I don't want to do any of these things, any of these fucking things. I don't want to do any of these fucking things. I want one. That's it, just one. Just one thing. And you can't give that to me. Nobody can give that to me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Eddie Griffin. I will be performing Calling Mama by Diana to the Vineyard Grace. I'm number 5.
And I will keep calling and calling and calling and calling till she picks up. I will call her every hour of every day if that's what it takes. I will reach out oceans undefined, lands uncharted, languages unwritten and unknown. Battery dead? Put a message in the bottle. Grab me a tin can and some foil. Follows connection. Don't matter. Just want to talk to her. Want to know her, Raji? Don't you want to know her? Don't you want to see something of yourself in her voice? Something that feels like, Mama? Even if she doesn't know that's who she is yet. Mama. It's like 2 parts hold me close when it hurts. And and one car popping you behind, pulling out all the good air when you're in and out of this damn house. Mama, you've been calling her that forever. Hey man, try it out. Rolling around your mouth like a Jolly Rancher. Let it fill your tongue with sweetness. Taste it between your teeth. Hey! How long are you supposed to stay mad, bro? What is mad doing? Mad turning time back? You ordering fragmented pictures into normal frames? We were kids. We were monsters. Yes. Thank you.
I don't know about y'all, but I got goosebumps. Woo! Yes. Can we give another round of applause for our yes, all right, so now y'all are in for quite a treat. So we have in the house with us today inspirational recording artist Rudy Curran. Yeah, look at her. Yes. So Rudy is a Grammy and Dove award-winning artist who travels the world mesmerizing audiences. He's a graduate of Furman University and holds degrees in voice, classical, and jazz performance. Among many others, he's written for Quincy Jones, Lecrae, Donald Lawrence, Karen Clark Sheard, and a number of other celebrated figures. In 2021, his single, I Belong Here, captured the #1 position on the Billboard Gospel charts. And he's also found himself as the #1 gospel writer in America. Yes, we can clap for that. So recognizing his magnificent skill and ability, the NBA licensed his music for inclusion during the 2021 NBA All-Star National Championship game. And as of April 1st, 2022, Rudy's latest single, No Greater Love, featuring Chrisette Michele, holds the #2 spot on the Billboard charts. Rudy is an artist whose time has come. So please help me in welcoming this incredible musician to the True Colors stage once again.
True Colors, it's amazing to be here with you guys again. Can we give it up for these amazing actors? Those that are coming. This is phenomenal. I enjoyed your performance, your gifts, and I just want to dedicate this to every creative in the room. I know the last couple of years have been hard, this pandemic. I wrote this song several years actually before the pandemic, and didn't realize when we released I Belong Here. Of course, it went #1 last year on Billboard, but more importantly, the message of the song just talks about that everybody has a space and a place in this world. We're all created with purpose, so never give up on your dreams. You can cue that track. There is a place for me. There is a place for me. There is a place for me in the body of Christ. Yes, there is a place for me. There is a place for me. There is a place for me in the body of Christ. And I belong here. Just a reminder to you that you belong here. Never give up on your dreams, because you belong here. And I belong here. Yeah. Say. There is a place for me. Y'all can't just help me say there is a place in the body of Christ. Sounds good. Say there is a place for me. If you're watching online, there is a place for you too. There is a place right here. Hey, I belong here. And you belong here. This is a good place to be, all and I belong here. And I'm not going nowhere, I belong here. This might be my favorite part of the song. It says, for somebody like you to love somebody like me. Hey, that's the remix. Yeah. And you belong here. You see, I did it with this message. You just gotta keep going. That's why I won't run away. And I won't be afraid. No, 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 no. I'm not ashamed. You know why? Because I'm the body of Christ. Can you help me say, I won't run away this time. I won't be afraid. No, I'm not afraid. Because I'm the body. Can we sing it one more time? I won't run away. Oh, I'm not going nowhere. I'm made up in my mind that I am. Even in the midst of a global pandemic, you belong here. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on yourself, because you belong here. Hey, I'm made up in my mind. I'm staying here. Yeah. See, there is a place for you, and there is a place for me. There is a place for you and me in the body of Christ. Hey, and I belong, and you belong here. Thank you.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful, Rudy. Yes, I belong here. That's an absolutely beautiful song. That's definitely what we want all of our students to know. A lot of times in this industry, they tell us that there's no space for us, and there is space for all of y'all. There is space for all of y'all. I want y'all to know. Thank you, Rudy. That's the kind of song that clear your sinuses, open up your chakras, right? Y'all feeling good? All right, thank you, Rudy. So. Now it's time for our next round of 5 competitors. So let's give them some encouragement as they come on up.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Elise Harrell, and I will be performing What You Can't Have by Francisca da Silveira. I am number 6. Why do you keep asking when you know the answer doesn't change? What do I want? Want isn't exactly an easy thing to think about right now. My body burns through want like it burns through calories, and you know my metabolism is pretty fast. There goes something everyone else wants. How about this? We'll turn the question on its head so it's a little more palatable. I can tell you with certainty that I don't want to sit down. I don't want to calm down. I don't want to hear you say it's going to be okay. I don't want to be okay. I don't want to be happy. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hug. I don't want to look at pictures. I don't want to remember. I don't want to throw things away. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry in front of you. I don't want to forget. I don't want to remember. I don't want to do any of these things. I don't want to do any of these things. Any of these fucking things. I don't want to do any of these fucking things. I want one thing. One. That's it. Just one thing. And you cannot give that to me. No one can give that to me. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Lanaya Kelly. I'll be performing Say No to the Dress by Stacey Rose. My number is 7. Why am I returning the dress? I met my dad a month ago for the first time ever. My mom and I were getting food at Homegrown. I should have known. It was a set. She hates that place. I love it. Anyway, she pulls up out of nowhere with, "I've got something to tell you." Who starts anything off like that? I'm freaking out. I think she has cancer or some terminal illness because that's how my mind works. I start crying like immediately. I see the whole thing play out. The chemo, her hair falls out. I shake my head in solidarity. She goes into remission. Then the cancer comes back with vengeance and there's nothing to be done. I'm distraught. And she's like, "Jamie, stop being dramatic." And I do, but then she drops it on me. "Your dad would like to meet you." Sheesh, and I'm the dramatic one. She's never so much as mentioned him, other than to say they just didn't work out. She always seemed so unaffected by him not being there. Like she was 100% fine with the whole single mom and her kid against the world narrative, but here we were. And before I could even ask questions, there he was, this man with my whole face staring back at me. It felt like we stared at each other for an hour at first. It was so strange. I won't lie, but we started talking. And the more we talked, the more of myself I saw in him. I was discovering a past I didn't know I had, like I'd landed in an alternate timeline of what my life could have been, and I liked this timeline. For 3 hours at Homegrown, we were a family, the kind I always saw as fake. Before he left, he gave me a bag, told me he'd swing by to pick me up for some one-on-one time the next week. I was so hyped. I didn't want to see the disappointment in my mom's eyes when he walked away. I didn't want to see how blank she looked while I went on and on about how great he was. I got home, tore into the bag, and this dress was in it. I won't cap, it's nothing that I've ever bought for myself, but he bought it, so I loved it. I laid it out on the bed. I smelled the fabric. I let myself dream about what having a dad would be like. Until next week came, and he didn't. Then the following week, and the following week, and I was pissed at him, at my mom. Why would they do that to me? returning the dress because it doesn't fit. It never did. Thank you.
Really quickly, everyone, we just wanted to remind everyone to make sure your phones are silent. We just have a couple more. Just want to make sure that we don't distract our students as they perform. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kayla Knight. Today I'll be performing the monologue Sparkling Joy by Francisca de Silveira, and I am number 8. I am so tired of everyone using that damn word. Why do I gotta be joyful? Why do I have to prove that I am joyful? What's one piece of joy you're finding in this moment? Why do you want to know? Why are you so concerned? Focus on your own. God, if one more white person asks me that question in an interview, I'm gonna lose it. More than I apparently already have. It's like some get out type shit. Why do you want to know so you can take that from me too? Suck that from me too. What more is there to take? There is so little left to take. I don't trust anyone anymore. No. Not with everything happening right now, with losing you, losing work, losing outside, losing truth, losing literally everything. I don't trust a goddamn person because everyone wants to play pretend. Everyone wants to be distracted when finally we have the chance to slow the fuck down and sleep and heal ourselves properly. But that involves acknowledging it for real. It involves looking our loss in the face like I'm doing with you right now. Because that's how we heal from the inside out. Right now, it's all talk about going back to normal, but I won't survive normal. I won't. Thank you.
You belong here. Hello, everyone. My name is Yeshua Hardy, and today I will be performing Friends, Ones We Can Depend On by Deneen Reynolds Lovett. I said I was fine, but I didn't mean it. Use your common sense, y'all. I lost. Obviously, I was not okay. I made a speech and a poster and campaigned during lunch. I wouldn't do all that if I didn't care. I wanted it so bad. It was the first thing on my mind when I woke up, and now I'm not class president, I'm just here. And no one bothered to check up on me. It's like y'all don't know me at all. Everyone tells me about their drama, but when I have something on my mind, all you've got from me is a quick, before bringing it right back to yourselves. This person didn't text me that. That person never liked my post. I've been on like 2 dates my whole life, so it makes no sense coming to me for dating advice. dump everything on me. You're relieved to get it out, but I'm still sitting with all my stresses. And you don't even know it. Y'all think I'm stronger than I am, and that's the loneliest feeling. Nah, let me stop, because it's not just you. I pretend I got things together, even when everything in my life feels like an unresolved puzzle spread across the floor, and I know pieces are missing, so it'll never be complete. Last year, my family was about to be out on the street because our landlord got caught. I was worried the whole time, but I couldn't tell you because I couldn't count on you. Wouldn't count on you. Thank you.
Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Zaria Williams. I will be performing What You Can't Have by Francisca da Sonata. I'm number 10. Why do you keep asking the same question when you know the answer hasn't changed? What do I want? Want isn't exactly an easy thing to think about right now. My body burns through blood like it burns through calories, and you know my metabolism's really fast. There's something everyone else wants. How about this? We'll turn the question on its head so it's a little more palatable. I can tell you with certainty that I don't want to sit down. I don't want to calm down. I don't want to hear you say that it's going to be okay. I don't want to be okay. I don't want to be happy. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want a hug. I don't want to look at pictures. I don't want to remember. I don't want to throw things away. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry in front of you. I don't want to forget. I don't want to remember. I don't want to do any of these things. I don't want to do any of these things, any of these fucking things. I don't want to do any of these fucking things. I just want one thing. That's it. Just one thing. And you cannot give that to me. No one can give that to me. Thank you.
All right, let's have another round of applause for all of our. The talent in the room is just, very palpable. We can feel it, right? All right, so we're now going to excuse our judges to deliberate. And while we wait for another treat for y'all, we're going to enjoy another selection by Mr. Rudy Curran. So let's give it up for
Wow, y'all are so amazing. So I just want to congratulate everybody. Y'all are all winners. I mean, this is amazing. Can we give it up for them one more time? Never give up on your dreams. Keep going all the way. I just want to sing a little bit of, actually a medley of songs, but I want to start with this song. I heard the theme of today was about activism art. That's part of the theme. And I wrote a song that was released also during the pandemic called #Hope. Sing a little bit of it for you. #Hope. I hope to see tomorrow. I hope it's better than today. I hope my brothers and sisters don't have to live being afraid. I hope that mothers and fathers will live to see the day they don't have to bury their children. #Hope. I hope to see tomorrow. I hope it's brighter than today. I hope I live to see my children and my children's children graduate. And I hope the innocent remain innocent. I hope the guilty are convicted. And when I say that I can't breathe, I hope somebody listens. All we have is hope. #Hope. You can #Hope. When your backs up against the wall, you can #Hope. Two people are dying, the whole world's crying. If you agree with me, #Hope. You can #Hope. When your backs up against the road, you can #Hope. People are dying, the whole world's crying. If you agree with me, #Hope. People are crying, the whole world's dying. If you agree with me, #. People are dying, the whole world's crying. If you agree with me, #Hope. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. You know, can't help but say, hey, when you're strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean. You know what? I'm just running all day. Understand, we all need somebody to lean. Oh, you know, and I'll say, when you're strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna be somebody say right there, I'm gonna be somebody. Come on, Jude. I'm gonna need somebody. I'm gonna take out the church and say, I'm gonna need somebody. You can do you, somebody. I might need somebody to lead. If I was in my daddy's church back in Rockville, South Carolina, I might say, everybody, come on and clap your hands. Hey, put your hands together. Come on and clap your hands. True love, if you really feel like you're gonna make it, come on and clap your hands. Hey, and I'm gonna leave out naked and it won't be long. Come on and clap your hands. So I go like this. Everybody I know wanna make it, surely I will. But somehow I'm outside and it's way out over here. Everybody got work to the life, but don't you let them keep you down. For the New Jerusalem. Even though I was raised in the ghetto, still I couldn't find myself with the struggle. A little black boy with glasses from the suburbs. I was a nerd and sometimes I got picked on. I wasn't black enough, so I got picked on. I wasn't white enough, but this is what I told y'all. One of these days when I grow up, I'm gonna be famous. Everybody gonna know what my name is. Cause everybody out there wanna make it. So I feel, cause I'm proud for our diet. And it's where we got all the hills. Everybody got struggles in their life. But don't you let them keep you down. Walk the muscle. So then, all right, I want y'all to repeat after me. Say this. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say oh yeah. Well, my head say it. Listen, thank y'all so much. My name is Rudy Curtis. I love you. God bless you. Hey, thank you.
Give it up one more time for Rudy. And I heard y'all out there singing. I heard y'all looking more run. Okay. All right. Somebody's raised in the church. All right. All right. So while our judges are continuing to deliberate, we're gonna welcome Mr. Jamil Jude back up to the stage. Let's give him some applause and thumbs up.
Kayla, man, thank you so very much. You are doing an amazing job hosting. I just want to say just thank you for doing that. I just got off the plane and I was not going to be able to talk up here for 90 minutes, but you are killing it. And I'm so thankful. Them shoes are fresh, man. Have y'all seen this outfit? Yes. So I just have a couple of things here to feel my shit floating over here with you all. One of the best things about this competition is that it is part of a really long lineage of work that True Colors has done in serving high school students for over the last 15 years. And I just wanted to give you all a little sense of the history. So I ask that you all just bear with me as I speak some names into, we're big about representing not just our ancestors who have passed, but people who have laid the groundwork before us. So I definitely want to shout out a couple of people here. First thing, the True Colors Monologue Competition Program started back in 2007. Todd Kryler, Kenny Leon, and Dr. Shandra Moss wanted to found the program and with the opportunity to highlight one of the greatest griots that the American theater has ever seen. And with that, one thing that we recognized after Mr. Wilson's passing in 2006, we were afraid that his work might be lost to the sands of time. So those three people, Todd Kryler, Kenny Leon, and Dr. Shandra Moss, started this program as a way to try to honor Mr. Wilson's legacy. We wanted to start with just a couple of high schools here in Atlanta, and over the 14 years of that program, it grew to be in 15 different cities all across the nation with students competing on the Broadway stage, now aptly named the August Wilson Theater. But that started here in Atlanta, Georgia, here at True Colors. And it's because of their foresight that we're able to arrive here. But I also want to give a big shout out because the Atlanta region, and I have so much love for all of my regional partners, and if you're seeing this from Boston or Detroit or Milwaukee or San Diego and Seattle and everywhere else, I love you all. Let me know. Look at me in my eyes, my virtual eyes in the camera. I love you all, but I love the Atlanta competition. And we've been really blessed here in Atlanta to have some dynamic leaders to steward our program, starting with Ms. Hilda. Ms. Hilda was an amazing leader and helped really grow the Atlanta regional competition to what it could be. Then Miss Nikki Toombs took it and elevated it to the next level. We were introduced to Mr. Rudy Currents, thanks to Nikki Toombs, and this format that you all see here, having preliminaries and semifinals and ultimately a really dynamic finals event is thanks to her leadership. So I definitely want to make sure that we shout out Miss Hilda and Miss Nikki Toombs because you all helped these kids. Now let's brag about this competition that we have here now. What we've changed it to. The Next Narrative Monologue competition was really created as an inspiration in taking our leadership from the beginning of the program, wanting to introduce students to our great griot. Now let's try to introduce students to 50 plus great griots that are writing today. Oftentimes we hear students, whether they are in high school, college, or even as professionals, they say, I didn't know about Black playwrights, or I didn't get a chance to meet a Black playwright until I was later in high school, or maybe it was just one, or it wasn't until I got to college, or when I was trying to audition for programs, I didn't know that they were Black playwrights. So we said, well, what happens if we start to introduce these high school students to playwrights writing about things that are affecting them in this moment, right there when they started ninth grade. And that was the inspiration for this program. If you can go to our website, truecolorstheater.org, and click on the Next Narrative Monologue competition, you'll see all of the rationale why behind the program. Thanks to Ms. Nikki Toombs again for helping us create a curriculum around that, where we have 5 program objectives and the monologue all represent 10 different themes. But 2 I wanted to shout out real quick today, 2 of the objectives. The first one is to introduce students to today's contemporary Black writers. Again, like I mentioned, all too often it's later in life that our students are introduced to the amazing Black writers that are writing today. And then the 5th one, but the second that I'll share with you today, is to embolden students to use their words to inspire social action. At True Colors, we say we thrive at the intersection of artistic excellence and civic engagement. And for us, what that means is that we don't want to just do pretty art. We want to make sure that art inspires us to go out and do something. I hope that all of you all who are watching here in virtual and those who all have joined us here feel inspired, not just by the students and their performances, but the words and the power in which they share those words. You know, it's easy just to get up here and to recite something. What's really difficult is to live inside of those characters. And I want to just give a big round of applause to all of you. All of you all who took those words and let them live inside your body and share it with us and gave us inspiration to go out and do something, to go out and try to find a way to make this place that we all call home a little bit better. A couple other shout outs that I'll give, and I'll save a little bit of time later for some thank yous, but shout out to Larson Kennedy, who helped wrangle all of our Larson has been great. She is the Next Narrative Monologue Competition National Coordinator. Part of her duties and responsibilities has been helping us wrangle all of the playwrights. Our friends at Theatrical Rights Worldwide came on, thanks to Susan German, to help initiate that relationship. And they helped us commission these writers. You know, we're not just asking these playwrights to write for free. We're paying them. We're paying them. We're thanking them for their words. Larson helped wrangle us all together. Tracy Bonner, one of our amazing teaching artists, joined Larson, myself, and Nikki on the dramaturgy team to help go through all of those monologues, provide feedback and notes so that we can all get together on this compendium. Now we have a resource. You can buy it online, this ebook. All of these monologues are available online, so students all across the country and all around the world now have one singular place where they can go and get a book of monologues written by today's leading Black writers. And that's something that hadn't existed in the world before. Just in the last 12 months, we put this together. So again, shout out to Nikki Toombs, shout out to Larson Kennedy, shout out to Tracy Bonner. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to the playwrights who believe in the work in order to do that. The last thing I want to say, and I know I gave a disclaimer to all of our regional partners, but again, all of our regional partners who have been doing this, students all across the country have been competing in March and in this first weekend in April to win a chance for 2 students that represent each region are going to go and get an all-expense paid trip to New York City. We'll be at the Apollo Theater. We'll be hanging out in Harlem. We're going to have Broadway tickets. We're going to go hang out and talk to playwrights and directors and designers. It's a dynamic weekend, and I'm so excited for everyone to be there. We'll be there Monday, May 2nd, so it's coming around the corner. So that's what's next for our students here. Our 2 winners are going to be part of that 18 student team going on and having a chance to compete. I just wanted to make sure that I said that and get that out of the way. Kayla, again, thank you so very much. And I have a couple of questions for you. You didn't know that this was going to be an interview portion, but We know you to be a writer, an actor, a director, a producer, and all these other things. Talk a little bit about the writing process. What gets you inspired to start writing?
Man, they say life imitates art. I think that's definitely true. And I think the biggest thing for me has just really been just experiencing life. A lot of times we think we gotta save money, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. But I've recently just come to the realization that I deserve to have a good time. I deserve to hang out with my friends. I deserve to have, meaningless conversations. And giving myself that freedom has really helped me to just free myself up in my writing. I have these experiences to pull from. I have funny quotes. I always tell people, don't say anything funny around me because it'll end up in a script. I have these things to pull from. So really just experiencing life, allowing myself to do that, allowing myself to live my Black, beautiful life, and allowing the things around me to inspire me.
Well, one thing I love about your writing, is about your artistry in general, is that you oftentimes create work where there had not been a history or a breadth of work there before. Can you talk a little bit about what was it like for you in high school? Did you have access to a whole bunch of Black writers? Did you have access to a whole bunch of writers working with queer themes and things like that? How have you go on and created a space? And I say that because, for these students who now have the opportunity to have this monologue competition, what are some things that you can do to say, hey, and here's also how I built my knowledge of stories that I was interested in telling?
Yeah, well, I wanted to address the first part of that because I wanted to just, reiterate how iconic this book of monologues is. I remember when I was in high school, I was searching desperately for monologues to apply for colleges and, go through that whole audition process. And none of them resonated with me. And, naturally, I think I'm a pretty good actor. I know, right? Right when I was about to say I'm a good actress too. See that? That's the devil. But I think.
But you belong here.
Hello? I do. But I think I'm a pretty good actress. But I mean, I'm sure y'all know you find those monologues and you're like, I just can't connect to this. I can't connect to this work. So I think that that's a great tool, a great resource, and I encourage anybody who's watching and interested to definitely check that out to find some work that you can, really resonate with in a role that you really feel like you can fit comfortably in. But beyond that, I think the National New Play Network is a great resource for finding plays. I really just told myself that I needed to just start reading some plays, like just read a play a week or, even if it's like a play a month. That's a great way to kind of find, things that other people are doing. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery or whatever. I definitely have been like, that's a good idea, and that kind of thing. So I feel like a lot of my inspiration really does come from reading plays that, local and contemporary Black playwrights are doing, in addition to just paying attention to, what the theaters in, different industries are doing, like, paying attention to the seasons, reading those plays, kind of seeing like where the trajectory goes, what people are interested in seeing, reading reviews and seeing what people like. That has kind of been my path forward to figuring out exactly how I want to make my mark, knowing what's out there and knowing where I can squeeze in. I don't even want to say squeeze in, where I can burst in, and really leave my mark. And I encourage y'all to do that as well. I'll give y'all, slide y'all my contact information. If you have any questions or anything as you're going on this journey, please, I would love to be a resource for y'all.
And the last question that I have for you, so we have a room full of parents and supporters and things like that. I come from a really supportive background. My mother is indulgent in many ways for me in my artistic career. But like, what kind of advice or what kind of encouragement can we give to our parents to keep having them continue to believe in their students and continue to usher them through whatever this creative process they're going through?
Man, I just want to say thank you. Can we give it up for y'all? It's hard, right? Because, I remember when I was first going away to college, my mom was like, are you sure you don't want to be a doctor? Are you sure you don't want to do something that's going to make a little bit more money, right? And of course, it's nice to kind of have that voice in the back of my head in case this was something that I wasn't interested in doing. But once I really made clear to her, no, Mom, this is what I'm going to do with my life, then, she was fully on board. And that support means so much to me. It's hard. We get a lot of no's, a lot more no's than yeses. And it feels good for me to know that I have my parents that I can call on, my siblings I can call on. Like, they have all heard me in tears and anguish about like not getting some role or something. But knowing that we have that support and those people to lean on, it really means so much. And I also want to say, we love having somebody to go over our lines with us, right? And like help us with that, right? But also, just you being there means the world. Y'all being here today, you being there to support them at all their shows, at their, even supporting them through their rehearsal process, like all of that is really, really invaluable. And I know they appreciate you. I appreciate you just seeing y'all sit here, brings so much joy to my heart. And I just want y'all to just keep being great, keep being there, keep supporting these kids because they need it. And, you might think it means nothing or, it's not that big of a deal, but it absolutely is. And wouldn't y'all agree? It means everything to have them sitting here and supporting y'all. Absolutely. So thank you again.
Okay, looks like we got some good news here.
All right, looks like we have some winners. So I want to welcome to the stage Christopher Hansen, who leads our team of teaching artists and judges for this competition.
Thank you. Like Kayla was saying, we're so grateful for all that you guys have done as parents and teachers to prepare these incredible students. Obviously, your work has been very good. We can see how much of an influence you've had on your students' lives by these wonderful performances. So I really appreciate you, and all of True Colors staff appreciates you for that. I do want to call out one of our students who's been a 4-year participant in this monologue competition. So definitely want to recognize Jessica Hardy from my own alma mater, Tri-City Go Bulldogs. So with that being said, our wonderful judges have done some very difficult work and have come up with some winners out of this incredible pool of talent. So we're going to share that information with you now. So we're gonna first reintroduce you to all of our students and give them a participation award that has a special surprise for everybody. So I'm sure everybody will enjoy that.
All right, first up, let's have Aria Armstead. All right, next up we have Arena Colson. Next we have Jada Gorgor. Next up we have Trinity Smith. Next up we have Jaden Griffin. Elise Harrell. Lanaya Kelly. Michaela McKnight. Yeshua Hardy. And Zaria Williams. Let's give it up one more time for all of our participants.
Okay, so now is the big moment. We'll start with our first runner-up, who will replace, or if there's something that happens with one of the top two contestants, they will be the one who replaces them in New York for our competition. And that is
Jaden Griffin.
And now our second place finalist. I'm so nervous. who will be one of our students to get to travel to New York and perform at the Apollo and work with all these amazing artists. And that is
Daria Williams. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have Lanaya Kelly. Big round of applause for our winners and all of our contestants.
on the count of 3, 1. Yeah, let's go back into the line now. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yes, feel free to come up and take it. So we have an official photographer who's gonna snap some pictures first, but after the photographer clears, then of course y'all are welcome to come up and snap some pictures. Thank y'all so much. I'd also like to ask our judges if y'all wouldn't mind coming up. Oh, yes.
I apologize. I wanted to let you all know that typically we have prizes for first, second, and third place winners. But one of our very generous donors is going to be giving each of you that did win a monetary prize, $100. So thank you for your Stephanie and Maya Ingram. Thank you so much.
So we can have our judges look for some pictures. And really, thank y'all again so much for coming out this evening. Thank you to all of our streamers who are watching. Thank you to all the parents, the supporters, and of course, a big thank you to True Colors for putting on this amazing competition for us.
You all, I just have a couple of things before we go as we line up with